Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DadVGirls After Hours, episode 55.
Welcome back,
the building.
guys.
Just got to get some energy up in her.
Yay.
Let me tell you about my morning. This is a morning in the life of an ADHDer. Okay? So, obviously, as you guys know, like I had my vasectomy, how long ago? A year ago. It's got to be almost a year ago. Yeah. I think it was like one of the first things we started talking about on the podcast. Like it must be coming up to a year soon.
Yeah.
Because
you was meant to have your checkup.
Basically, you have to check if it works. So you have to provide a sample. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Kids may be listening. But you have to provide a sample like 12, 16 weeks later. Well, I've only just a year later got round to that. So I had to drop off this sample.
That hilariously, you have to keep warm. It says put close to a body part as you carry it there.
Sat on it. I have heated seats in the car, sat on it. I think it was bubbling by the time I got there.
Oh,
I think it was a little bit too warm.
Spicy.
So basically, I didn't book I basically got to the point. I said to my PA, I'm never going to get around to this. Can you please just book this in? Whatever it needs to happen, just tell me where to be, what to be, She said, cool, your appointment's 8:15 in the morning. That's your time to drop it off. Go there. So it's like, cool.
Bear in mind, she's so efficient. She would have put the time, everything in our calendar. She would have put like the address, where to go, what you need, like everything.
No, she didn't just put it in the calendar. She also messaged it to me privately
in our group.
She also messaged it to you and me in our group
and me personally,
and reminded me about 800 times yesterday. So like she could, other than writing it on my forehead,
rather than taking you,
unless she took me, there's not much more she could have done to make sure that I arrive on time at the right place. So I'm like, cool, I'm going to take it back to the place where I got my vasectomy done.
Bearing in mind, I know it's not the place where you took it. I'm saying to you, you need to leave now.
I think the place where I got my vasectomy done is like 15 minutes from my house. She's like, 45 minutes for. You need to have left by now. And I'm thinking, you are being ridiculous. So anyway, I leave 15 minutes before my appointment. I get to the clinic where I had the vasectomy done. I walk in. I'm like, I'm here to hand in my sample. They're like, what? I'm like, my sample, that vasectomy, remember me? The guy that passed out. Oh, see, when I pulled up there, I had like PTSD. I was like telling myself, it's okay, you're not going in for a procedure.
Rubbing yourself. Oh, no.
Oh, that was how I got the sample. I meant his kids got
I meant your arm, no, oh
Oh,
God.
Lord.
Oh, no.
I wasn't providing sample in the car park. That is weird.
Oh, gosh.
So, I've got PTSD. I get a shudder. I walk in and there's like 3 people behind the reception. They're all just like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm here to sample, like I've got an appointment. They're like, no, it's at the hospital, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? I get out, I ring my PA. I'm like, why? I'm in the wrong place. Like, I didn't know that. She's like, literally, like it's everywhere. It's in the calendar. It's here. It's there. I look. I'm like, oh.
And I said to you, because I said about your form is that, I even said, oh, it's at the hospital, right? And you were like, yeah. I think you weren't even really listening to me because I'm like,
as soon as you said, it's at, I switched off because I'm like, I know where it's at. I ain't got to listen to you.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, I'm like, I've got a window of time, which fortunately I didn't know that. I thought I had to be there at a time. So I actually had an hour. So I then rushed to the hospital, which is like another 35 minutes away.
Which is why I was trying to say, leave 45 minutes.
Yeah. And got there. Oh, wait, take a step back. So there's a form with all of my details on, which I had to fill out. So when I get there, I'm like, where's the form? I literally had it in my hand. Where's the form? I ring Sarah. She's like, the form's on the kitchen side. I'm like, oh, my
And bear in
Lord.
mind, he kept leaving this sample all around the house.
Sophie
He's getting ready. He's getting ready. And it's in the hallway. I'm like, please, can you put it in your pocket? Then we go downstairs. He leaves it on the kitchen side where he's filling out that form. I'm like, you're going to forget the sample.
Well, as I was filling out the form, I didn't know Sophie come and picked up the...
She's like, what's this? Joe was like, my urine. I've got to go and have a wee sample.
She's thinking
I'm
your
like,
urine.
Put it in your pocket.
Your urine looks real cloudy. You definitely need a checkup.
But then you finally took that, but then forgot the piece.
So I forgot the form, right? And all of this while I'm also driving around, and I'm not even joking, on a flat tire for the last 2 days.
Oh, for goodness sake!
3 days, I think it's been. I have a flat tire on my car.
How the hell do you run a business? Is what people are thinking now. Like they are like, how does he get up in the morning? How does he have a wife and kids? Like, how do you function?
Exactly. That's why I deserve my flowers, so to speak. It's like, despite all this, how does he do it? How does he do it? And it's like, yeah. So yeah, I've had a flat tire for 3 days. I have run flats on my car, but like I definitely should not be driving on it flat. And I keep driving thinking it's just going to blow out or something.
Oh gosh.
So anyway, that is a typical morning in the life of someone who has ADHD.
Well, very exciting for me, talking of cars. I am actually going to go after this. We are going together, but I'm actually going to test drive a new car. Because if anyone knows, I drive a really big 7-seater.
It's beautiful 7-seater.
It is beautiful, of course.
Goes on like it's a soccer car.
No, I didn't say it was. It's just really big. And I've literally been writing down the amount of times we were all in it. And it's been like once in months because we're never all together, all 7 of us in the car. And the one time we didn't really need to be. It could have been that we were dropping the little ones to my mum's, but my mum could have come to us, whatever. So I'm like, I don't need this car. Grace is about to drive. Like she's got her test in the next couple of months. So I'm like, it's costing so much money to fill it up anyway, each couple of weeks. And I normally only have like 1 or 2 children in it in the week. So yeah, so very exciting. Gonna go have a little look. Hopefully save us a little bit of money and not...
Save us a bit of money. She's got her eye... What you got your eye on? It's just something low-key.
Oh, a Porsche.
She's got her eye on a Porsche. She's bougie. Look, she's getting embarrassed talking about it.
I'm excited. I'm not embarrassed. You know why? Because obviously my cars, and again, like, this is not to sound like, because I know it does sound spoiled, but like,
you are the least spoiled person I know.
Really? No,
you're a princess, but you're not spoiled.
No, so basically, I obviously had Casey at 18. So
oh God, I didn't know he was getting a sob story.
No, but as in, like,
go back one step further. You grew up poor.
I grew up poor. No, my cars have always suited, like, oh, I've had to get this car because of this buggy, or this car because of the car seats. Like, I've always done that. I've never gone by a car that I would choose that because I love the look of it. And although, yes, I have had some lovely cars, like, it has had to sit in that. So that the car I've got now, it's like we had to get it because it was the biggest 7-seater we could find.
We literally measured the boots of
seats.
every single 7-seater with all the seats up, and this one passed the test.
Now the car I drive is beautiful to drive. It's really lovely.
It's X7 BMW,
and the drive of it is amazing. But I don't feel I need that big car. Like trying to park at the school run in this big old car, and so. For once, I'm like, if I could just, because my thing is, like, I don't want to get too old and I've not been able to have chosen a nice car for myself. That I know I sound really bougie now and it sounds like really...
You deserve it.
But
you work hard. You've always, out of us two, you've always had to have a very practical car for all the kids. And do you know what? You want something a bit nice.
Oh,
and I'm excited for you. I think it's going to be lovely.
Thanks.
And to be honest, it is actually going to save us money because the one we're looking at, the Porsche, it's an electric one. So it's going to save us money on that. But also there's like tax incentives by the government, etc. Blah, blah, blah. So it's actually going to be less money for a nicer car. So we're going to go test drive that literally after this podcast. Are you excited?
Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's all we have time for. We're out.
That feeling of getting a new car is really so exciting.
But yeah, like even though when I got, like, you chose the X7.
Whoa.
No. As in,
I'm controlling.
No. So
I'm hearing you loud and
picked
clear.
it up. You did. You went and picked it up, like, and brought it back to me. Do you remember? Like, whereas I'm actually being like, I was even like, when I came to you, like, I want a new car and this is the one I want. I thought you were going to be like, what? And you're like, yeah, get it. I'm like, what?
You get it, girl.
You get it, girl. But yeah, we'll see. We have to see what the weight's like. And I definitely just want to make sure that Grace has passed and everything before I give up a 7-seat, but we'll see.
Well, we're just looking today, so that's fine.
Yeah, we're not securing anything.
Should we get his and hers?
Sure. We was like, oh, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Actually, do you know what? I actually want to say thank you to you because you put in such. You're looking like, what was he going to say? You put in such an effort.
It sounds sometimes sounds so sarcastic. I want to thank you
for making me realise.
For making my life hell.
Shit, you are. That's checking. I know you put together a night for my birthday with all of our friends, and it was so good. And I was thinking, do you know what? This year, I actually really understood. You know, like you were a bit. What's the word? Disappointed in me on your last birthday, which I do get now because you were basically saying like I just don't want to have to think about everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to think about everything, but I was kind of like, well, you were making all the plans, so you're kind of like in charge. But like, I didn't
make them plans and start thinking about it, no one else does. That's what I'm saying.
And I was like, you really did like think of everything for my birthday, like.
Thanks.
At the same time, I was kind of like, I don't really care. I don't want to do anything on my birthday, just being moody Margaret because it's January. But you, on my actual birthday, obviously we spoke about it, like you made such an effort for just like, we're going to the arcade, we're going to go for dinner. Like, what do you want to do? Like, you know, we went to the spa, whatever. And then you also booked in a night with all of our friends to go Gravity in Wandsworth, which is like a indoor kind of games. They've got like go-karting, they've got like electronic darts, like loads of really cool stuff.
What I realised, like, because you weren't really up for going out, but I was like, you will want to. Because what I've realised, like, we've got such a good group of friends that if it's your birthday or my birthday, they're up for it.
Yeah.
Throughout the week, they might not be, like, you might not be able to get everyone together, but you can guarantee that they make the effort for your birthday and my birthday, or like vice versa. So I was like, it just makes sense to do something. And then knowing that you don't really like going out and you're drinking, like this, dressing up, it's not that's not you anymore. Like you don't want to do that. Yeah. But you weirdly enjoy shuffleboard, which would
oh my god,
I'm just not a fan.
Love shuffleboard.
I tried it for the first time when we all went.
Maybe shuffleboard is so good. I love it.
But did it work as well when there's 12 of us? Because there was 12 of us.
No, I wanted everyone to go away and just let me play.
Maybe that's why I don't like it.
Shuffleboard is like this long. Imagine like a really long, skinny dining table. Yeah. And you get these pucks, and you basically got to like slide the puck along and hope that it stops in the like circle. So, like that thing. What's that thing? Curling, like the on ice.
Yeah.
You know where they see them brushing the ice.
Or bowls, like old men
like
play
bowls. Yeah. I don't need to say old men play bowls like as if shuffleboard.
Old men play shuffleboard.
I love shuffleboard. It's the only thing I was actually pretty good. Me and Roland were beating.
Yeah, you and Roland were very good at it.
That. And I'm not good at a lot of sports. No. So
but we did
professional shuffleboarder.
We did darts, and I didn't realize how. So basically, I booked darts, and they only have like them for 6 in each, and then the shuffleboard was 12. So my number was 12 that I could get to. So there were some friends that I was unable to invite, or even like my sister and Ryan. Like it was just hard. Like, I was like, well, we're going out with Emma and Ryan a different time. We're doing this with other friends. That I had to kind of like. Felt really guilty, but I had to stick to 12. So that's why most it was your friends, and then there was a couple of girls or like what partners, and obviously Lauren came. But I didn't realize how competitive the girls were. Like it was hilarious. Like if you missed your shot of darts, you had to basically claim it like and it put an X. You probably never missed it.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, if you missed the board, you have to push the button to say I missed.
So then, like when I missed. Lauren got so excited that I missed. She jumped up and pressed it, but as she pressed it, she must have double tapped and went and cost me my game. Like I had then none. So then I'm fuming. So when she went, she jumped. I jumped up and like pressed hers. Like we were just sabotaging each other's, but it was really funny.
We were having fun. You lot were being so competitive. We were in the bays next to each other.
Yeah.
The go-karting was good. I'm actually really good at go-karting as well. I'm actually really good. I came second.
Who came first?
Sly came first, but. I know I could have beaten him in different circumstances.
Oh, it's on.
We're all going go-karting for Roland's birthday.
Yeah.
Like proper go-karting.
Proper go-karting.
And I just trust me, mark my words, guys. When I come back on this podcast after I've been, you're going to be looking at a champion. You're going to be like a go-karting champion. But
no, it was really fun.
It does make me think, though, why does it have to be a birthday for us all just to get together and go out? Like, we should do that more often.
We were all in the group, and then they were all like, we need to do, like, they're all like, thanks, guys, for... Well, thank you, Sarah, for organising it. But then they're like, when's the next one? So now I'm already planning the next one. We're going to do the Cube or Crystal Maze.
No, please, let's do the Cube. I honestly, ever since I watched that show, I'm always like, I just love to play that.
Who would be your? Because basically, what you do is you get in groups of 4.
Yeah.
And you play 2 versus 2. So even if there's all 12 of us, we'd split off into groups of 4, and you would have a partner that you are playing against in every game. So who would be your partner, and then who would be your other 2?
So Roland and Brendan are just annoyingly good at like so much different things that I would pick Roland or Brendan.
Not me.
Partner. Oh, did you think you would be? Oh my god, dude, that's so embarrassing. You thought I would pick you as the partner?
Yeah, why would you not?
If I want to win. Oh, if I want to have fun, still picking Roland and Brendan. No, okay, yeah. Well, I'll back it up a little bit.
No, I'm joking. Go on.
No, I will be partners on it.
No,
it's fine.
But
trick question that was. Didn't realise. But who would I play against? I want to play against someone that's like fairly good.
Yeah, no,
I don't know. I was thinking about this, right? Say any TV show, yeah, not about going on for like exposure, blah blah blah. Like just literally, if you could go on any TV show because you just think it'll be the most fun thing ever. What TV show would you go on?
I don't know. Why is Countdown coming to mind?
Countdown.
Not Countdown.
Oh my god, no! But you would be so good at it. You're so annoyingly good at Scrabble and count. Like you always get the conundrum thing. Do you remember when it used to come up at the end? Like, here's a conundrum while we're going to an ad break, and you'd be like, "Yeah, it's sausages." And I'd be like, "How the fuck are you doing that?"
Oh, I like that one where it's like the 1% Club.
Oh my god, you're so good at that as well.
Yeah, I like that. I do like. My brain thinks like that.
My brain finds that stuff so hard.
Like I'm not good at. I actually wouldn't be offended if you didn't want me on your. I'm only joking because the cube. I don't think I'd be good at because when we did Crystal Maze for the work one. I was really good at the one where you couldn't fall on the floor and you had to basically rock climb around to grab something. I could do that, but then anything with like hand skills and getting, I wouldn't be good at. But I am really good, strangely, at like escape rooms.
Yeah, you are.
My brain works better like that, so I wouldn't be offended. It's fine.
Do you know what's really weird though, right? No,
because I'm stupid.
It's going to sound so offensive, right? And I don't mean this in the way that this is going to sound. It's going to sound so bad, but like we would both agree that that we'd say I'm smarter out of me and you, which sounds so bad. No, you're prettier, so that's okay. But at the same time, like you're so much better at problem solving.
It's just the way my brain works, though.
But my brain just.
But my brain doesn't store things like when you're clever and like you could. Even like geography, it just doesn't stay in my brain. It just won't lock in. Like it just. I
can't remember where I need to be for an appointment, but somehow I can remember some useless information about geography.
And I think because I don't overthink it in those escape rooms, I simplify it in my brain. Like,
yeah, I think too deeply down one route. I'll like get fixated on like some drawer that's just there as a prop.
My brain.
I'll be like, this drawer is the answer to everything in this escape room, and there's like nothing to do with it.
Things just can't lock in. Like honestly, the pain I cause Will or other people when we've got to film an ad, and I've got to remember the shortest line. That's why if you notice when you go back and look at these ads, I say hardly anything, and it is because it just doesn't lock in. Like it just won't like. Lock in like what you should say. If I could just talk about things freely, which you can't anyway, but if I could just be like, oh, it's great, blah blah blah, but I can't think it won't. Like that's why I think my best result in GCSE was drama.
Because you're dramatic.
I got a B, like because I could just
because you bring the drama.
You're not told what to say or what to do or like.
But that 1% Club stuff, I find that so difficult.
I love those.
That's why I hate Scrabble, because it actually, I feel like it scrabbles my brain.
Yeah.
It literally.
But then weirdly, like you'd think because I'm the stupid one.
No,
like...
I know. Whoa. We are not saying you are the stupid one. We were just saying that.
But like when we play Connect 4, you always win, and I'm just like there, like just plonking them in, playing the game, and you're like strategically
like 4 or 5 steps ahead of you.
Yeah, it's so frustrating.
But
that was like when we went for Sophie's birthday weekend, like they had a pool table and like I actually came close to not beating you because you always beat me at pool.
But when are you going to learn?
I have one ball left. No, but how good is that for me?
When are you going to learn that when you come close to beating me at pool, it's because I want an interesting game. So I let you catch up with me.
No, you don't.
On my life, I do.
Oh, You said it's
I've told you this before.
Yeah, but I got like really
and I don't want you to remember, but sometimes I have to remind you.
See, it doesn't lock in. It doesn't lock in. You can.
Do you know what is so funny? Because like, if I'm like if you're playing a game of pool with someone, you're so far ahead. It's like it's kind of boring. So I kind of like miss a few shots and and
but I was bad at foosball though.
I'm good at foosball as well.
I was so bad at foosball. I'm like, how do you get all your men turning at the same time? Like, I can't do this. Like,
the thing is, right, is my brother-in-law Brendan is so annoyingly good at everything, like anything sports, right? He's like really good at football. He's like semi-pro, and when we went to the house, right, it's like, okay, I'm actually good at foosball, and he's like, oh, I haven't really played it before, like I'm not really good at it, and I'm like, yes. And then he said, oh, I remember you're quite good at it. So I was like, yes. And he absolutely whooped me like 3 times in a row to the point where it was like, I didn't even want to play it for the rest of the weekend. I was just like, that's so annoying. Like, just like, let me have that. Like, let me just be good at that. Right. And he's just like, oh yeah, I don't really know how to play this. Bam, bam, bam.
And table tennis.
Actually, me and him were like, I think we were pretty much neck and neck. We were always at 1 point away from each other.
It was so nice though, because obviously we told you guys that we are going away for the weekend for Sophie's birthday, but it was so lovely. It was literally the most wholesome, chill weekend. Obviously, we went with my mum, my dad, Emma, Ryan and the kids, your sister Beth and Brendan and their kids. And it was just so nice. The kids all got on so well. We only left the house. So we went on the Friday. We left on the Sunday afternoon. We only left the house once for like one walk. But we were in that house all the time. And it was just so nice. The kids were playing board games because we all all bring games. So we were playing games like we said last week about Rummy Club. Like we were playing that. That's where we got to know the game. There was a pool table.
Rummy Club?
Rummy Club?
Rummy Club, that's it. I was thinking, what?
It should be a club.
She's the stupid one.
No, but it was so
it's weird when
nice.
You get it the wrong way around and how... Cummy rub.
So... Still talking about your vasectomy. But how funny, because basically what had happened is we didn't tell Sophie where we were going. It was a surprise for her. So you, me and the little free got in the car.
Vlog is out on the main channel as well.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So we basically, if you're not watching our vlogs, then I'll just tell you. So we basically drove halfway.
Audio commentary of the vlog. Joel enters the scene.
No.
He looks happy.
So we basically drove halfway so that she could enjoy. We went to a jumping trampoline place. And the reason we did that was because then when we drove back, she would then think that we're just driving home and she didn't understand the concept of being near the house. So we then turn up to the place, the house, and how cute was she though? Seriously, like
not at first. When we got to the house, she was like, why are we here? Because obviously we pulled up some random house. She's like, why are we here? I want to go home. I want to go home. Because she basically, in her head, she's like, it's my birthday. Nan and Gran are coming over. And Nan and Gran have got a present for me. So she just wants to get home. So I'm like, I need to go in this house.
You're like, I need a wee.
I need a wee. I just need to go in the toilet. No, I got out of the car. She's like, get back in the car now. I'm like, let's just go in here. Quick toilet break. She's like, why are we here? Anyway, we walked through the door.
She noticed her balloons at first.
She saw her 13
She was like, they're my balloons for my birthday. And then as she said that, Casey and Grace jumped up and went, surprise! And she screamed with excitement. Then my mum and dad jumped up and she screamed even more. And then she was just screaming. We took her upstairs and my sister and Ryan and all the kids, they jumped out. And she was like, I'm so happy. I'm shaking, mummy, look. And it was just the cutest. Like, it really was the cutest.
And so the house had. I was basically saying, right, because there's this one big room where there was all these bunk beds.
It was 10 beds in one room.
It's mad, right? But it was really. It didn't like when you explain it. It kind of sounds like some crazy orphanage or something. But it was like a really cool room, and I was just like, imagine that as like a kid, like with all your cousins. Like this is just like core childhood memories that are being made. I just love that. It's just so wholesome. And there was a massive pool, like an indoor pool there. And when we were looking around, then all of a sudden, I think it's Grace. Grace just jumped in the pool fully
clothed. Yeah.
And then
all the kids copied.
Like Olivia, Holly, everyone jumped in. Poor little Logan jumped in his jeans, but
Obviously, they got
jeans
so
were then
wet.
so heavy, he started drowning because he couldn't swim because his jeans were like weighing him down. And I was like vlogging, and we were like, oh, and I'm looking at Logan, I'm thinking he's swimming, but he's not going anywhere, and he's
thankfully not proper drowning, like as in just like
he was going under the water and wasn't getting any closer.
Yeah.
And then so
you and Olivia grabbed him. She was in the pool and you were out.
She was in the pool.
You both just grabbed him and got him out.
But bless him.
Yeah, gosh,
don't let your kids jump in the pool with their jeans on.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was such a good weekend, other than getting beaten.
The place we stayed, it isn't an ad or anything. Again, see, this is how I can just talk freely. It's not locked in, but it's called Hesdin House, and I so recommend them. They
are Estate, is it?
Hesdin Estate? Yeah,
Hesdin. Hesdin.
Genuinely, I can't recommend them enough. Like, we've stayed there now a couple of times, but
I believe it's a husband and wife, right? Yeah. And I don't know details. I'm assuming they sort of took over like this, almost like a farm, and they've built all these like really cool, interesting Airbnbs. So there's a little cluster of them, but they're all like unique and different, and they're just like it doesn't like it's near. Where is it near? Like, is it near Cambridgeshire or near Bath? I don't know.
Near Bath, yeah.
It's not that far from Bath, but to be honest, it could be anywhere in the world. Like, it really doesn't matter because it has everything.
It's so nice and easy. Like, I got a food shop delivered, and the only time I could do it was like an hour before check-in. They're like, "Yep, no problem. I'll help you out." Like, they went and unpacked our shop. It's just the little things of them being so friendly and nice.
Also, do you ever think like when you walk around, when you look around the house, right? This always like just baffles me, right? How people can do this, like. The decor, the interior design, the attention to detail. I'm like walking down and I'm like, they had all, because it's like a farm. It's like almost like modern farm is like how I would describe the aesthetic. On the wall, they've got all these big rusty tools hanging on the wall just for like decoration, like a big rusty spanner. And I'm like, how did you think of that? How did you look at that and go, rusty tools would look good?
Yeah, I just don't have the brain for that.
And then you see it and you're like, looks so good. I would never ever think of that in a million years.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing we're having now, because so sad times, we've actually taken our soft plate out. We've come to a point where we're going to go back to having a front room. And I keep looking at ideas, but I haven't got that brain to think. Like, I literally have to copy someone else. I have to go on Pinterest or...
I'd literally have to copy it like inch by inch.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, like neither of us.
I wish one of us did, because our house could be so much nicer.
You've got that brain.
No, I don't though. I don't.
And the thing is, when you go to an interior designer, which we've never used one, but we did
inquire
nearly, and we started to work with one. And honestly, like worst experience,
price,
like,
and
so expensive.
Well, pushing for us to have, they were like pushing to have a bar in the front room. We're like, we don't really drink. Yeah, but I know, but all the mums do them around here. I'm like, we don't care.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have all the mums from the school, and like you don't know our lifestyle.
I'm like, the front room is like, do you know what I mean? Literally attached to the kitchen.
It's our podcast set. We've got a fridge of blue WKDs. Like, she thinks we're gonna have like a little whiskey.
But the thing is, the front room is close to the kitchen. I'm like, if I just walk there's a wine fridge, which, by the way, is not full of wine. It's full of Coke and whatever else we drink. It's not even got wine in it. Like, that's not us.
Yeah, so
it just felt not right.
It wasn't right for us. She wanted to take it in a direction that we were just like, that's not us. But at the same time, it was also crazy expensive. That's actually what's sort of led us to the soft plate, because I always had wanted to put a soft plate in a house for the kids.
You
always,
have said
like,
that for
literally,
years.
I've said it for years, even way before we started YouTube. I was like, oh my God, like how cool would that be? And then, but obviously I'm like, it's expensive, So when she gave us this quote of like, this is how much it's going to be.
For one front room, we were like,
one front room, I went, I could get a soft plate in there for less than that. So I was like, now I can justify it, because now I'm looking at this cost or that. So then we went with the soft plate. I don't know if we'll regret taking the soft plate out. The kids did cry, Casey and Grace beside themselves. No, the little ones, like they were upset. And there are other reasons that we took it out. Talk about it another time. Not that deep, but
yeah, no, I think it was the right decision.
I actually really started to crave having it back as a living room, because I kind of like, we have a really small living room. But I'm like, as a big family, it would be nice to have that room as a place.
Especially on Christmas Day, we do say that every, like, and I know it's one day of the year, but even on Christmas Day, we don't have that big, like, we can't all fit in, like this Christmas just gone. We normally do it in our front room and we cram in, but we had my mum and dad and we had to move it. So I put all the presents in the front room to hide it from them for when they come down. But then we had to be like, okay, like, let's move it all into the kitchen. Whereas we did obviously have one when we first moved in, that Christmas in that front room. And it just was
also,
nice,
I think like
movie
even
nights
if we
with my mum and dad.
we want to do like, if we want to play Rummy Cub together, like, I don't know, it just feels like we would all benefit from a really nice living room. But
even what I thought is like, seeing as why it's empty, I wanted to do like a cousin sleepover again. I don't know if you remember, but before,
you want to get all your cousins over for a sleepover.
No, not my cousins. Not my cousins. But yeah, get all the cousins over and do like a sleepover for them again before we get all the furniture in. It's
remember when I turned it into a beach?
Oh, that was hell.
Oh my God.
I swear, if you do that again.
Well, I'm thinking it's empty. Like, what are the possibilities? Like, no, to be fair, I'll agree with you. The beach was a horrendous idea. So,
horrible.
Yeah, so we did it as a video on YouTube. I say I did it. So I basically transformed the living room into a beach. So I had, I don't know, like a couple of tons of sand delivered. Wheelbarrowed all this sand into the living room, put up like a big sticker vinyl thing on the wall of a beach, had a paddling pool, had deck chairs, everything. What I didn't realize is, one, I just got like this builder's sand, which is quite harsh, and it also stains everything, turns everything like orange, and the sand was damp and it would not dry. Like, it just wouldn't dry. So it's like wet, cold sand. It was
awful.
It was
sand everywhere.
The kids were excited and they did play in it for a bit, but then like the next day or 2 days later, you were like, get this out of my house.
I feel like I did it the day off.
No, well, you said it straight away, get out of my house, but we kept it for a couple of days and you were just like, I'm so done with this. And I was like, I'm done with it as well. Yeah. So yeah, just a bit of advice. Don't turn your living room into...
I am a little bit nervous. I'm like, what's coming next?
What could we do?
It's just have it as a nice
front room. Turn it into a massive aquarium. Like an aquarium you can get into and swim. We'll get like sharks and stuff. How cool would that be?
No, thanks.
No? Seriously. We'll keep thinking on it. Let us know in the comments, actually.
No, gosh, don't
top comment, where everyone gets the most likes, that's what we're going to change our living room into.
I actually do love that you had the idea of the soft play and we did that. Like, the amount of comments we've had, like, you must really love your kids. Like,
so many people who've come to the house.
Like, I loved it. I love that our home is the hub. I love that our friends come and there was somewhere for the kids to play. Like, I do really love it. Like, you're
regretting it?
No, I'm not regretting it, because I'm not regretting like getting the soft play out. I'm more like, what can we do that will, like, you know, like how even like in the playroom, if we changed it now, and put more of like, you know, like I've seen on some of them, they have a climbing wall and then the monkey bars. So you just have like an area or like a swing hanging from the ceiling and they can swing like.
Or like a slide from the top room down to the living room. No, thought it was on the same page for a second then.
No.
Do you know what? Just thinking out loud. This is us having a conversation now. I was talking about the podcast, but do you think we should actually not put a carpet in there? We should actually put a wood floor with like a rug, because we always ruin the carpets.
But then it'd have to match the kitchen.
Carpet feels
You'd have to match the kitchen, because it goes from the kitchen straight in when you like the big double doors. Well,
let's just talk about it more logically for now. Like, carpet feels cozy. We do prefer carpet, but like wood floor is more. How many times do we have to get the carpet cleaned, carpet replaced? We're stressing about like food, drinks. We don't want it to be an area. It's like we don't really want. We want to all be able to enjoy it as a family. Do we need to put wood floor in there? Does it need to match the kitchen?
My brain is like, are we now moving the little sofa, like the little front room, into something else? Because we don't need 2 front rooms.
The possibilities are endless.
Oh, gosh, here we go. What are we going to do?
Put the playroom in there. Then what are we going to do with the playroom?
Could have 2 playrooms.
What? 2 playrooms?
Yeah, I could have 2 different themes. One's for like mums and dads that the girls play every day.
They do.
They play that every single day.
Chloe and Maddie play so well together. It is literally the cutest thing.
I was really trying to get this video yesterday. I couldn't do it. As in, I've got it for myself, but I couldn't put it anywhere because Chloe's school logo is there. But it was so cute. Like, Chloe got Maddie on her back and then did the whole thing. Where's Maddie gone? Where's Maddie gone?
That's what I do.
And she's like, I can hear her laughing. Where's she gone? Where's she gone? And they were giggling like so much. Like she played it over and over again. I was just like, it's so cute how much they play. Like, and then even today, before school run, they only have like about 15, 20 minutes to play, but they will continue their game. And they get everything out of the playroom and they put it in the kitchen, like they do a mat and they feed their baby. And like, it's just, even like if they're playing, as I'm like, right, it's breakfast time, they're like, Mum, pretend we'll come into your calf. So I'm like, hi, what can I get you and your babies for breakfast? And I have to obviously go along, but I just love it. Like, and then they continue the game after school.
It is cute because there is like, what's the age gap? It's like a good 3-4 years age gap between Chloe and Maddie, but they do play so well together. And they got like real like imaginative play as well, haven't they? So that is actually really cute that Chloe's playing, because that's what I do with the girls. So I find that really cute that she's now doing that.
Oh my gosh! I don't even think I told you this. This is cutest. So we used to be worried about Chloe and if she had like a soft side. My goodness, when it comes to
we were worried that she was like a sociopath or something.
No, my goodness, when it comes to Maddie. So Maddie was struggling one morning to go to nursery on Monday, and so basically, yeah. So Maddie was struggling with going to nursery. She was like, I don't want to go today. Chloe went, how about I come in your class and I see you? And Maddie's like, okay. So she then went. She's like, my sister's going to see me. After school, I was getting them in the car and Chloe went, did you like that I came in your class?
Oh,
I said, what? How did you do that? She went, I came and said to the teacher, please, miss, I need to see my baby sister. So they went, Maddie, your sister's here to come and see you. She went, we ran and we cuddled and we kissed. And then I had to go to my lunch. I'm like, but your teacher's allowed you to go into her nursery and see her. They're like, yeah, I just told her she needs to see me today.
Honestly, and then she said, and then today, make me emotional.
And I know, it's so cute. And then she knows. So basically, Maddie goes 2 full days, Monday and Tuesday. She has lunch there. On a Wednesday, Chloe's like, I'm really sorry today, Maddie, is Wednesday because you don't have lunch. I'm not allowed to see you because it's at lunchtime. I'm allowed to come and see you. So I won't see you today. But like even that, her understanding of like explaining to her.
She does have a heart.
It is so cute. Yeah, probably just for Maddie. But yeah, she.
What
I'm
trying to think back. What was Casey like with Grace? But
the way they used to argue was like.
But was there like, because I feel like Chloe really does. It's like they're close enough in age to play, but they're also far enough in age apart that Chloe sees Maddie as her little sister she needs to look after.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think what it was is like Casey and Grace, there was only like.
They're quite close.
It's like just about 2 years in between them. So they were very close. But also they were just siblings growing up. Whereas if you think about Chloe, we're teaching her to grow up looking after Sophie. There's a completely different.
Yeah, we just leave her now. Like, right, we'll be back in a few hours. You've got to look after
like we always like, even though she's like, this, like, and we try and explain
look out
things.
For your sisters.
So I think she naturally has got that, like.
She looks out.
She looks out for them rather than like just being. Does that make sense of what I'm trying to say? Like Casey and Grace, because Casey and Grace now, their relationship is so nice.
Yeah.
But there was so many arguments.
Bickered a lot.
Yeah. Whereas Chloe is actually quite like caring and looking after. Like even like today when she's like, they're twin boys. They're the exact same dolls. I bought for Christmas. Your mum did actually. Bought them both the exact same doll. Yet she'll come out, Maddie, which one would you like? They're twins. There's no difference. They're in the exact same clothes. They've got the exact same weird dark black hair. Like, do you know which one I mean? With so much hair. I'm like, there's no difference. But she still gives her that choice. And it's really cute.
That is actually so sweet. We are very, very lucky, actually.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is. I think there's like, do you ever stop though to think like, you know, that whole thing of.
Never stop and think.
No. But that whole thing of like a child that has a disabled sibling, like the way their lives are slightly different. Like I just think, oh, it's great. Like I do think it is great, but then is it sometimes hard on them to have someone that like can disrupt the day a lot for them? Like
it's interesting actually. I think there is actually quite a few people in our audience who have siblings who are disabled, special needs. So it would be interesting to hear in the comments
because a lot of places do like a little respite for the siblings, not for the child, like where you can get away and just be yourself.
Well, like we said a couple of weeks ago, like we sometimes feel quite bad on Chloe because where Maddie's so young and Sophie has her special needs, and when I say she has a special needs, she has needs that are specific and special to her. Therefore, we find that sometimes Chloe misses out on things because at the weekend we've got all three of them, so we have to cater to that. And it's actually like we need to make more of an effort to say, do you know what? It's not suitable for Maddie. It's not suitable for Sophie, but one of us should go and do this today.
And as adventurous as Chloe is, that we need to basically give her that and let her stimulate. That's the word. Yeah, I was going to say the wrong word, but like
it's because I'm smart.
The rock climbing that she loves, that she's so good at, or just like her bike rides. Like we take at the weekend, we took all the kids on the bike ride, but she would be able to keep up with you if you actually took her out, whereas the other one we walk beside them. You know, like
more adventure stuff.
Yeah. I have said this because you've obviously got your friend Sly, whose kid Louis and her get on so well that together the four of you could do a lot more. And
yeah, definitely. No, and I think that's the thing is like,
well, you want to get her ski lessons so that
I think she would be amazing at skiing. I think she would honestly be so good.
Joel's found like a real love for skiing. He's like, I now want to go again.
Do you know what clicked for me?
Next week, I'm like, no.
I've been skiing a few times, right? And the people I go with people who love skiing, right? My friend Sly, he's a snowboarder. He loves it. He wants to be on the slopes he wants to wake up at the crack of dawn and he wants to be on
Ryan
it.
As well, right?
Ryan, he's exactly the same. Ryan skis, right? When I've been with them, I've been like, I like it, but I don't love it the way they love it. And I'm like, I kind of want to be like, let's get off the slopes and go and have some lunch. They're like,
take lunch with you.
Like literally like, let's get as much in as possible. So I'm like, let's go for breakfast. Like, no, let's get on the slopes. Let's put a croissant in your pocket. But I think the thing that clicked for me this time is when I saw families on the slopes, big families, multi-generational, like grandparents, kids and grandkids. And I was like, oh my God, I could see us all skiing, it becoming a tradition. And it's something that we could do even when Casey and Grace have kids. I think I said this before on the podcast. So I think that's what's clicked for me.
Yeah.
And also going with Casey and Grace was... I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong, if Ryan or Sly listen to this, not they listen to podcasts, like, I love going skiing with you guys, but there was something really like special about it. And I was like, now I really want to do it. Now I proper want to go for it.
So we're going to give the girls some lessons so that then we can maybe go
Maddie
next
could do
year.
it as well.
Yeah, we can't fit it in this year, but...
I mean, we could squeeze.
No, I'd have to buy everything. Like the pressure I'd be under to make sure they've all got the warm, proper stuff. Give me a year to get all of that.
Okay.
No. But
what about you?
Yeah, I'd love to try it. I think, have we spoken about this
we
before?
did speak about it, yeah. We won't go over it again, but you're going to give it a go. You're going to give it a go.
I just don't want to hold anyone else back.
You're going to put your big girl pants on.
I'm going to be eating the breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Pants. Her pants are huge.
They're the best.
Comfy. So this year, like at the beginning of the year, I was like trying to figure out like what do I really want to like focus on. I feel like my attention gets split across so many different things that I end up feeling like I'm not doing anything that well. Obviously we've got soul skin, Davu, content, just being a dad, all that kind of stuff. But I'm like, the thing that I really want to focus on, because I feel like I've really taken my eye off and neglected.
Being a good husband.
No, I wasn't really on there. Like, I just wasn't really that bothered about it. I can do that in my sleep. Literally. I'm like, honestly, I do actually think, it's not something I feel I need to work on.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
So, no, I was thinking, like, I feel like since we launched Davu, it has been such a journey. It takes up so much of our time, attention and focus that it's really pulled me away from, like, content.
Everything. Yeah, it has. It is.
And I'm like, I love, the thing that I feel like I'm really good at is making, I'm not bigging myself up, but you have to figure out where your strengths are. And the things that I think... One of my things I'm good at is self-awareness. Like, I'm not good at like managing teams. I'm not good at like, like in terms of like business and stuff, like I'm good at launching things. I'm good at like ideas. I'm good at like creativity, but like, I'm not good at like you know, getting all the team working on the right things and whatever. So obviously we hired an MD for DadVGirls beginning of the year, and she's doing an amazing job. And it's like, it's what the team want. They want like someone who's in there, like, you know, managing them. So I was like, okay, I really want to put my time and energy in, like, I want to get my passion back for content.
Definitely.
So I don't know what that looks like, but I just feel excited.
That's why I'm worried about that room being empty, because I'm like, now what is he going to do?
I used to think about those things daily. Like, what could I do that's fun? Like, I love that. The ball pit video we did twice. Like, I literally love that. And I think, I don't think about things like that anymore. And it's like, I love that we have a job where our job is to make interesting and fun videos. And I want to make interesting and fun videos. So yeah, I feel really excited.
Yeah. Well, we are. Yeah.
You excited for what that house is?
Yeah. No, but because we did, when we were like, we both agreed, like, let's take a step back and let the MD do her job. Like, because we were still quite in the nitty gritty of like discussions and meetings. And we were like, look, she was trying to say like, you don't need to be in this one. You don't need to be. And we made the decision to like not fully take a step back so that she can do her role. We can oversee. We'll never just leave, because
DadVGirls is our baby. Like,
but it's in good hands. So it's like, we'll just oversee and make sure it continues.
The thing that I want to have my eye on is product and content, because I feel like those are the things. But I just want to get out of everyone's way. I feel like sometimes like I'm a bottleneck. People like chase me for like, I need to sign off this, sign off that. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. So
I want to be able to think more as like, even like the events. So like, we've got an event coming up with International Women's Day. And everyone in the office was thinking about, you know, oh, what inspirational speaker can we get? What influencers, or what this, what that? And I was like, hang on a second. Like, we literally have, with Soul Skin and DadVGirls, mostly a team full of women who work so hard on these both brands daily. Like, why we should actually do something with those women. So what I've then done is we've hired a venue. We're taking all of those ladies for dinner, but I've asked them all to bring a +1 from someone in their life, whether it's their friend, their mum, their nan, while someone's bringing their nan. Like, who is an inspiration to you? Like, that's who we should be like celebrating. And I think
it's a lovely idea.
I think it's just really wholesome, and it just brings it back into like what our day to day. Like, yes, like we obviously are loving working with influencers, and if we could have inspirational people there, but I just think day to day we should celebrate the
women we work
for us. Yeah. So I want to do more of like that. I enjoy like thinking of the events, and I love being on the photo shoots. But it became that I couldn't even enjoy being on the photo shoots because there was so much constantly going on.
Well, someone who gives us really good advice said it's kind of mad, because he's like, you're turning down opportunities that are like, you're turning down things like opportunities to make really fun content because you're like, oh, I've got to be in the office in this meeting.
Yeah.
He's like, the only reason you have that business is because you make interesting content. So the best thing you can do for everyone in the business is just go out and just
make that good content.
So it's like, I don't know, I just felt quite liberating. I left there like feeling free.
Yeah.
And light on my feet, guys. But yeah, anyway, watch this space. See what happens.
My poor front room.
I'm going to start posting on TikTok again as well, because we were looking back through old TikToks with like, I think was it with Chloe and that. We were just scrolling through our old. I was like, we used to make I actually love that we've got those videos and we go back and look like, and I'm like, I hardly ever post on TikTok. It's just mad, isn't it?
I also think as well, people need to know that DadVGirls is your account. Weirdly, so many people on Instagram and stuff, people aren't sure if it's like a family account, but it is you.
Yeah.
Because you know when you've had people say like,
oh, am I messaging? Yeah, who am I? If I'm messaging DadVGirls, like, who am I messaging?
Yeah, or like just like it's your account. Like, although it's DadVGirls, and maybe you'd think it's a family.
Well, I thought it's obvious because everyone has their own account, and I don't have one called Joel Conda. Well, I do, but I don't use it. But so it's like I thought people just know, like, So it's my account. It is our family account because I only really post like family stuff. It's not like I'm posting
even
like
I've got my own account.
Outfit check, styling.
No, but
yeah,
I think it's good. Shall we move on to a dilemma?
Let's do a dilemma.
Get onto our dilemma.
Okay, you go. You read it.
Hello, I'm sending in a dilemma and need both of your opinions, please. So my dad passed away in January 2019, and only 11 months after that, my mum met another man and was very sneaky about getting me and my sisters to meet him when we were absolutely nowhere near ready. Not long after this guy, she then went on to date other men and met someone else. She then moved him in. Oh gosh, why am I
Okay, let me take over.
I'm
Not
blurring.
long after this guy, she then went on to date other men and met someone else. She then moved him in after only a few weeks and did not speak to me about it. This was only 2 years after my dad had passed. Me and my sisters have brought our feelings up with her, and she always seems to disregard them and disrespect our boundaries. What can we do? And do you think she is in the wrong? Does this girl live at home?
Yeah, she
You feel like she lives at home? I think. Oh, difficult one. So
I feel like this is two parts. This is how I would do it. Like, the moving him in, I think, is unfair to them and their feelings. I think it is definitely something she should have spoke to them, especially if they live at home, and really thought about their feelings. Her dating, whether you think that is too soon or not, unfortunately, I think that is up to her. Because when somebody passes away, like, it's a different relationship. The relationship you've had, it's your dad. You can't ever, ever replace your dad. Like, but her being with somebody, like, as much as it's her husband, she loves him. You can never, until you're in that position, you don't know how quickly you're going to fall for somebody afterwards. Some people never meet anyone. And you could be always wanting your mum to move on, or some people move on quickly. But until you've been in that position, you don't know. Like, I think she's coming at it as a feeling of it's her dad, of course. Like,
I think sometimes as well, like, it's hard. I see TikToks of people being like, sometimes I just realize like this is my mum's first time on this earth. As in, like, my mum's like a real person with real feelings and like ambitions and wants and needs. So yes, parents are there to like do everything for your kids, but this is also their life. Like, they need to live their life. So I think you're right. I don't know if you live at home or not, because I feel like that's also different. Like, if you don't live at home, it's not as much
also, the conversation should be definitely there if it was your mum and your dad's home. Like, it's just it's that feeling of just
feeling of like respect and stuff. I think what it is like, it's a case of like, you guys need to come at it with understanding and not like an attack, of being like, okay, we have to accept that my mum is ready to move on. She wants to date. It might be part of her healing process or whatever. Like, she's a real person, and she can't, because of your feelings, sit at home and like just be like, I'm not going to meet anyone. But at the same time, she needs to understand how this affects you. So you have to come to an understanding of like, okay, do you just want to not know if she's dating new men? Do you want to be told every time? Because all that might be hurtful. You might rather, like, ignorance is bliss. Like, only tell us if it's serious, then tell us. Like,
and also, it doesn't mean that she loves them the way she loves, like, her dad, like, as well. I think that's also important. Like, when my brother passed away, and he obviously, we said before, he left behind 2 girls. Like, when his girlfriend at the time moved on, like, part of me did find it hard, because I was like, oh, these girls are going to then have a new dad. But I literally did think that. I thought, I haven't lost a partner. I lost a brother. My emotion is so different to, like, she's still hurting, and, you know, everyone was hurting, but it's a different feeling. Like, you can move on from a partner, but you can't, like, I think it's just
can't
like,
replace your dad. But the thing is, like, I think
it's like, then your nan, like, when we think your nan has been when your
my granddad passed away when he was like 50 years old. She never out of the blue, like, all of a sudden just had a heart attack, and she never ever even so much as went on another date.
And even now, like, she still talks about him. Like, she's got his pictures up, and like, they were soulmates, and she never ever, like, and that again,
but like, that's very unusual. That is like the exception.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like, you never know what that person's feelings are.
You've got to really try not to judge your mum, but also let her know how you want to deal with these situations. Like, what's the best way? Because you can't stop your mum from dating people. You just can't. It's just, but she needs to, like, respect your feelings. Right, that's all we have time for today. So guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.